All right, let's see. How's everything doing here? Looking good. Everything's looking great. All right. Come on in, everyone. Grab a seat in the bleachers. We're about to play. I guess we're about to watch some backyard baseball. Let's just nudge that thing over. Why not? I'll wait for a couple people to get in here. Go ahead and tell your friends. I just hope both teams have fun, says G Schlim. I hope not. I hope that they neither have fun. This is a game between Psanchez and KC. Psanchez representing the Astros and KC from the Hornets. Both are in the championship here for the Super-Duper League, which is the third league of the backyard baseball online league system. It is not probably the third best. I think the way it kind of shook out was that the Super-Duper League was just a smaller extra league. We have these two very talented players battling in the championship for that Super-Duper League title. Jumping into the playoff situation, they both made their way here from the playoff bracket of only 4 teams, but Psanchez winning 2-0 versus Balloon, and then G Schlim lost to the Hornets 1 game. G Schlim lost to KC, and the Hornets 1-2. Very close matches in that one. And then we have this championship, which 4 games have already been played, folks. Psanchez took game 1 2-1. Then KC came back and won 4-3 at Steel Stadium, and then took a game away from the Astros at Playground Commons to make it 2-1 for the Hornets, and then Psanchez took a win at Steel Stadium. So each of them getting a win at each ballpark. The final ballpark is Playground Commons. As we all know, it's a great field. Geez, the league wasn't very fun against these two. Well, we're hoping you'll join us for next season, and I think depending on how the gauntlet shakes out, G Slim, you should have a chance to move up to Junior League or even Humongous League if you can win a few games this off season and secure your spot. That would be great. I'm really excited to see who makes a run to the Humongous League because we have 6 spots open, up for grabs. 2 spots already claimed by Junior League champions, which we don't know who it will be yet, but those 2 slots are reserved, and then we have 6 more coming from the gauntlet for next season, and we're expecting to have 4 mostly full or almost full leagues. We'll see how it shakes out, but we'll be introducing the Little League, which will be the 4th league, and we're pretty excited about how everything's progressing recently. I'm going to get started. This is a pre-recorded game, but I will be casting it as if it is happening right now. I do not know the score or what happens at all, so I will be casting this now. 1-run games are stressful. That's just how baseball is, man. At any moment, you could just lose from a home run that just, one error out in the outfield and one home run, and that's 2 runs and you've lost. So we've had a lot of those types of games, very close ones. Competition is as fierce as ever, top to bottom. There's a lot of high-quality coaches, and next year it's only going to get better. Only going to get better. All right, thanks for following XDomi. I'm going to start this right now, I believe, if I can find the right buttons here. There it is. I think this is from Psanchez's point of view, so it'll look a little... We'll be seeing all of his pitching choices, basically, and batting choices is really the only difference. All right, let's hear some of that menu music. Let's see, if Nate's here, Nate, can you start a poll? I wish I was good at Twitch, because then I could just start one from some sort of interface that I don't have open. But we could start a poll, or not poll, a gambling thing, channel points bet. Not sure how that works.
Who is it? Wanna play? Bring it on.
Look how fast he picks his team. Just instantly picks the Astros. I'm going through the lineups while they poke around here at their defensive choices. Psanchez is sporting Chico Pappas, Zena Fromm, Marcellus Marks, Alex Rodriguez, Vladimir Guerrero, Jason Kendall, Jeff Bagwell, Lance Lambert, and Molly May. This team is pretty star-studded. A lot of contributors on offense from top down almost. I think the only 2 who aren't doing quite as well on offense are Molly May and Jason Kendall. I guess looks like Bagwell is having a tough season too. But home runs coming from Lance Lambert, Marcellus Marks, Zena Fromm, and then you got a lot of runs created top down. And we can take a look at KC. KC's team, I would say, is less star-studded. They get most of their production from Lindsey Felgate and Maynard McElroy a bit, and Joan May, who I guess actually Ernie Steele, but since we're not Steele Stadium, that's a pretty big difference here. All right, looking a little bit laggy there, but he swings at a very low slow ball to start. How's my audio, everyone? You guys, yep, it looks like you did probably draft better teams than most people, having experience in the RBBL, G Schlim, and P. Sanchez. Definitely knew how to pick good players and knew about the hidden stats and things of that nature. Maynard is definitely a good leadoff hitter. Not a good start there, but if he gets on base, he's quick, and that's kind of what you want to do in online plays. You want to come up with these little tactics to get yourself a couple of runs here and there. One of them is definitely get someone super fast up right away. That's a big hit to left field. Chico's under it, but he is not known for his shout out to the crazy guy who got banned. Felgate up to bat. So it's a single. Sorry, trying to keep up. These guys are going fast. So Chico's not the best outfielder. He will get under the ball, but does not have amazing coordination. Felgate is the star of this team, so just hits a ball without even swinging. That's just a little bit of lag there between the players. Vlad in right field just absolutely dominating the Hornets on that play. If you have a right fielder with a good arm in backyard baseball, they will get people out at first base pretty regularly. They could have tagged up there, but I don't think they're expecting Vlad to get to get that one. Chico up to bat, batting first. Probably the best pure hitter in the game with 95 power and 95 contact. A lot of speed. So we'll see what he's choosing to do. He's choosing to go power, which right off the bat is pretty funny. Generally, people are going to start with higher stamina, so it's going to be hard to get some of those juicy pitches you want. KC does seem to be fearing Chico here and pitching around for sure. That one's right on the edge of the zone, barely gets it. If it doesn't reach the fence, that is going to be an out. Ralts, are you KC? Because that would help me understand some of the comments you're making. Yeah, talking about, yes, the average power for Psanchez is 87 overall, which is very, very high. Because of the less players in the Super-Duper League, they got a little bit more stacked teams. Lisa's a great curveball pitcher. You're going to see pretty much only hooks out of her, I think. Good stamina as well, and good defense on the mound. Being slightly taller, she can really soak up ground balls easily. Yeah. Avoiding the zone completely. Very patient pitching here. That's one of those ones that just falls right off the plate. You know, you give them 25 right hooks and you throw them a left hook, and it's sometimes hard to gauge. Lindsay throws gas, apparently, as the strategy for KC to throw fastballs. Molly May's batting earlier in the lineup than I would expect. Or, I guess not. That's, no, yeah, that's definitely earlier than I would expect. Gets a hold of that one. Finds a gap. Game is frozen. There we go. We're back. Doesn't stretch it for two. That ball is whipping around the field right now. And, you know, they managed to get it back to the pitcher with Zena From on the bat. Molly May in front is going to cause a little clog on the base paths, but we'll see. From can just knock it over the fence and not even have to worry about it. That one was a little bit outside. Kind of chasing there. I believe the idea here is to always pitch to the right side of the plate on this field. That's a deep one. That's going to be Molly to the races. We'll see. Oh, a double. That glitched right through the fence there. Is Molly going to be awarded a run? No, not happening. Unfortunate, really. I think she probably could have made it home if it got stuck in that deep, deep center corner. 2 on base with 2 outs. And we should be seeing more pitches to the right side of the plate. Try and make sure it, you know, if it does get hit well, good chance it hits the fence. And there you see Lisa scooping up a grounder pretty easily there. 0-0 headed in the second. Already a lot of action.
Samuel Middleton comes to the plate. He's set, and the offering.
Middleton up to bat. I don't think I went through the lineup for the Hornets yet, but they've got Felgate, Cal Ripken Jr., Veronica Lee, Maynard McElroy, Maya Woodruff, Samuel Middleton, Joan May, Ernie Steele, and Lisa Crockett. Middleton has a pretty good power and contact, 84 and 88. Average speed, average arm, pretty good player overall. And a very good stamina, 98. But with the Cal Ripken buff to stamina, that makes Middleton's stamina 100. Anyone else get their stamina boosted above 100? That's somewhat important.
And he goes after it. Throws it to first.
Nice single from Cal. I also had Cal Ripken on my Hornets team in Humongous League, and he was pretty darn good at getting on base for having only 74 power and 68 contact. Still did really well.
Runner on first. 1 out. Here's the windup and the pitch. Strike.
Joan May off the bat. She is a power hitter for sure. We're seeing a lot of low inside slow balls from Lance Lambert, who really is used as like a premier slow ball pitcher in a few of these leagues. Let me take a look at his slow ball. I think it's 100, but I'll double check. Could be something like that. Yeah, he's got a 100 accurate slow ball. So he could just throw those all day. He doesn't have the best stamina in the world, but just throwing slow balls is pretty easy to do. A great play there at shortstop. Excellent from Zena Fromm making that catch. Really attacking that inside corner. Going for lower pitches here to try and force ground balls. Keep the ball low and not over the fence. Uh-oh, that's going to be tricky. That's always trouble. The first baseman and the pitcher always just, they struggle. They really struggle to communicate out there. They bump into each other. One of them will throw it at the other one's back or out of play. It's always a mess if they converge there between first and the pitcher's mound. Ernie, unboosted Ernie as a away field. Ooh, Chico. A little bit of a flub. So we have bases loaded with 2 outs. Similar situation to what the Astros had last inning. But we'll see if the Hornets can execute here and drive home a run before the inning ends. Nope, just another ground ball. Ground ball with people on bases. Unfortunate.
Bring it on!
Kendall's up to bat here. A pretty average hitter. Looks like Lisa Crockett's cloned herself, and one of them is placed in the position you would be if you got out. So sometimes that'll occur in online play. That's you watching, Casey. You are Lisa Crockett. That is your avatar. Marks is up. A phenomenal offensive player, Marcellus Marks. Once again, Casey really avoiding any pitch to the left side of the plate. Very strict pitching here. Goes for the walk. Kendall's sprite moves to first base. There's quite a bit of desync going on. Bagwell thinks he's going to crush this ball. He might. He's got 81 power and 61 contact. Can definitely hit it over that short porch if it's pitched over there, but he's going to keep going for that corner. What do we think about Marcellus and Vincent for Mikey and Ernie? Is that a trade that happened? Just barely getting it on that corner. That's really what you aim for. Just trying to get it on that, just to scrape by that bottom right corner.
Now pitching, Lindsay Felgate.
So Lisa's probably a little bit tired now.
Here's the windup. Here's the pitch.
Ooh, a fastball right away. Low and away fastball. Thing with fastballs, it does make it a little harder to shift. Oh my goodness, the pitch came before you could even do the practice swing. So a little bit a change of pace here with Felgate. Opting for power here with one player on base. Took some time there. Really using the pitch clock. Interesting. Timeout. Probably moving players around. Oh. Lisa's back on. maybe got a juice from the strikeout and puts it back on Lisa is what I'm guessing. That's my thought. That would be an opportunistic or quite opportune juice there to get it right after a strikeout, right after you move a player out. Managing stamina, trying to make sure you don't get into any sticky situations. Oh, okay, so you put Lindsay in for to throw a couple fastballs, and then you take her out for Lisa to make a couple pitches. I see. Lance gets a hold of that one, but hits it right to the tallest player in the game, Ernie Steele. I think he's the tallest. Might be Randy Johnson. One of the tallest players. So that's always great if you have tall players at the corners. They really just rob you of down-the-line hits all the time. A little bit of a swinging bunt. He dives, which prevents him from throwing it to first in time to get the out. And we've got runners on base in the top of the third inning. Another bunt, a little bit of small ball here. I think they're anticipating a game that is not going to be high scoring. So we have a player in scoring position with Lindsay Felgate at the plate. Games are high scoring on occasion. Sometimes it depends on teams, but a lot of times it depends on the fields. But yeah, they're mostly pretty low scoring. Being 6 innings, there's just a little less opportunity to get runs, and people are better at figuring out defenses than offenses for sure. So like you could be really, really bad at defense, and you give up or both teams could be bad at defense, just give up 30 runs. But at the highest level, everyone's kind of got it figured out defensively. So on certain fields, it is definitely hard to get runs. On other ones, like bouncy fields, like Parks Department, it is. They could get up to like 9 or 10 runs just from home runs and crazy bounces in the outfield. But like Nate said, mostly under 5 runs. This is not good for. Oh, he can't throw. I see what he's doing there. He didn't want to throw it to first to avoid getting into a pickle and letting Maynard McElroy get home, which is smart because that is what people love to base run cheese in this, just to try and sneak out a run here and there, because the players are not always capable of throwing it from second base to home on the fly. So to just kind of get into pickles and sending your fast players home is very common. Two players on base, no force out, which is very helpful. Most of the outs in this game end up being force outs. That's a tough grounder there. Out. And Maynard McElroy moonwalks to the sidelines. 7 hits total from the Hornets. No errors yet. Astros have 2 hits. And Chico's up to bat. So we're going to see Lisa come back in, I believe.
We've got Lisa Crockett pitching now.
Opting for a line drive here, which is just the more conservative of the options.
She is ready. And the pitch. Low ball 1. 1-1. Here's the windup. The 1-1 pitch.
Not really thrown into the zone right now. Fearing Chico. Respecting Chico, I would say. That one looked like it was about to sneak into the zone, but stayed outside. Judging pitches, you just kind of, over time, figure out which ones are going to get in zone, which ones are not. That's deep hit, but I think she's gonna get under it. Felgate, great. I think that's Felgate in center. Can't imagine she's playing catcher. Woodruff's probably playing catcher. Yeah, Felgate 1 coordination. I've always 2 coordination actually. So she, in theory, should drop a lot of balls in the outfield, but I've never had luck hitting it at her. She tends to just get right under it and catch it.
Another strike, and the count is 0-2. The windup, the pitch. Swung on. Tags one.
It's another hit to Ernie, and that one is just out. You know, you want to.
Molly Mick.
One of the primary defensive strategies is to just load up one side of the field and pitch to that side and not have to worry about much else. In this game, if the players have decent contact, they'll generally hit it the direction that they're facing. So open hits will go down the left field line for right-handed batters, and closed will pretty much always hit down the right field line. The low contact hitters, if they do get a hold of it, it can go pretty much anywhere and many times foul. But sometimes they can actually beat the shift or hit it, you know, the center field, which would be ideal when players are putting on a shift. Which we saw a couple times with the Astros early, but we haven't seen since. And he's still got the shift on, Casey, so still getting those hits to Cal and Ernie. They're just soaking them up. And we're still tied in the 4th.
Joan May. Takes the stretch and the offering. A swing. Foul. Nobody out.
Joan is a pure power hitter.
Here's the motion. Pitch on the way.
High inside slow ball is a good choice there. We do know Joan May's hair obscures that part of the zone a little bit, so that's kind of funny. A little bit of a strategy there.
From the windup, the 2-1 pitch. Swung on. Tattoos that one. And now.
Yeah, Vladimir and right is going to take care of that. Was that... Is he shifting left and then just letting Vlad catch everything over there? It's kind of an interesting strategy.
Swung on. Strike.
Maybe he forgot to... I guess he doesn't have a shift on at all. Hasn't done any shifting.
Swung on and drove one deep. He goes over.
Oh, gets it past Vlad because he used the first base strategy of outfielding, where you just click on first base and your players just go to the ball. But he probably needed to take a better angle so he can scoop it after it bounced. Ernie's up. Ernie's not got much. He's unfortunately nerfed, and KC doesn't turn back there, and unfortunately suffers a double play. KC, do you realize? Because that was kind of passive, a rude way to say it, but you can turn back on pop flies. But I guess in that situation, it was probably pretty quick. Xena up to bat as a very good offensive player as well. Yeah, I actually figured that. Yeah, Psanchez has not the greatest Wi-Fi as it appears. So we did see quite a bit of desync early, but not as much so far.
Into the windup, the delivery, strike, and the count is 2-2. From the stretch, 2-2 pitch. That
Still trying to bait those swings with outside pitches.
The 3-2 pitch.
That one barely gets in the zone there, and it is hit super high, but I think that's going to land early. Kind of messes up there.
Plays it off the wall.
Clicking too close, and they're going to run it in and pass it to the pitcher, because as we know, when you throw the ball from very far away, you lose stamina. So it's always good to walk the ball in and then throw it to the pitcher. Looks like another change on the mound.
We've got Lisa Crockett pitching now. From the stretch and the pitch. The wing. The light stick.
Casey, when did you join the league? I think, did you pick up a team
Ready
from
now.
someone else dropping it? Can't recall.
1 and 1. She is ready. Cut to the plate. Ball 2. 2 and 1.
Okay, during the draft you took
Takes
over.
the stretch. Here's the pitch. Low and outside. 3 and 1. The windup. 3-1 pitch.
Scoreless game still.
The walk.
Another walk thrown. I think that's either the second or third walk. Joined server in November.
Jason Kendall at the plate.
I'm sure joining in November and learning all the ins and outs of online play.
Timeout.
And then trying to go for a Super-Duper League championship here. Psanchez on the other side, though,
Lindsey Felgen.
I believe has an RBBL championship.
She is ready.
I have to check, I forget. I know G-Slim does.
She scoops it up. The throw to third. And makes it to third.
Things are starting to get a little scary here for KC.
Marcellus March steps up to bat. The coach calls timeout.
Bases are loaded. Felgate is going to be taken off the mound for... Oh, no, they're going to stay. Marks is up. No outs. Bases loaded.
Low ball 1.
Now this. You got to come away with runs here if you're the Astros. It would be pretty hard not to.
Takes her stretch. She delivers. That was ball.
Oof. Good eye. Good patience there.
Timeout.
Okay, another timeout here. A lot of mound visits. Playing very patiently. Maybe even bringing in a third pitcher. I think Cal Ripken can sling it. Ernie Steele's got
Waiting
something.
for some excitement.
So Ernie's coming in. He's got slow balls, I believe. We'll check his pitching stats. That's going to be important.
Into the windup and the pitch. A swing.
He's got slows and
A
hooks.
long one and
It's a deep one. If that touches the fence, that is a run.
he does.
He's gonna take a run.
And he
Uh-oh.
on to second.
Vladimir
Oh, right, they're
went the
rolling
wrong
down
way.
third.
Something is happening, and I believe that's legal. What just happened? That is so unfortunate for the Astros. That was 2 runs if he doesn't somehow run backwards. That was
Timeout.
so unfortunate. I didn't even know that's possible. We're gonna have to add that to the bug report. So I believe what happened, I guess, is Vladimir was on second, started running to third, accidentally came back to second, which he shouldn't have been able to. Yeah. So that's, I guess he just clicked back and on accident before Kendall could reach second. Which is really weird that Kendall was then allowed to move forward. So I think there must have been just a little bit of a glitch there between a couple of timing issues between second base, third base, and clicking forward and back. That cost him a run. So it's 1-0 with 2 players on. Cost him a run and gives him an out. And Bagwell gets hold of that. If that hits the fence again, he doesn't tag up with Vlad, so he's not going to make it to third. Ernie Steele's going to get hit in the head with the ball. Now we're starting to see some funky stuff happen. They're gonna throw it in the outfield and let the ball sit there so that the game will advance to the next screen because Ernie Steele is glitched out.
Into the windup and the offering.
Lance with the grounder. Ooh, down the line. That's unfortunate defense there from Ernie and the third baseman Middleton. And
Your dad,
he's
my
gonna make it
bad.
to
That wasn't
home.
too good of me.
2.
Quick toss to third.
Oh
This
God,
one's
he's
gonna
going
go
again.
over his head.
He's going again. Third base is a very mysterious place today,
Throws it over
and
third.
that's another
He
run.
scores. There's
3-0 Astros, pouring it on here in the bottom of the fourth. With 2 outs, they finally were able to get some runs after
The coach calls
3
timeout.
scoreless innings.
Now pitching.
Getting another pitcher in there, KC is really
Ready now. Cuts to the
working
plate.
through the lineup. Working through the bullpen, I should say.
From the windup, Byers. Swing.
Just instant fastball pitches. Very fun. Ernie barely grabs it.
Leads to first.
Throws an invisible ball to first base. The ump is confused and just calls them out. And we're moving on to the fifth,
Up by
top of the
3.
fifth.
Lisa Crockett, ready for the pitch.
Yeah, you gotta think there was some anger behind that throw from Ernie Steele. He threw it so fast you couldn't even see the ball. Lisa's gonna lead off here with the Hornets to see if they can start mounting a little bit of a comeback.
Bouncing ball.
They would like to get 1 run, possibly 2.
That shouldn't
Try and
count.
cut away at this before they get to the 6th inning. They only got 2 innings. It's tough to get 3 in an inning.
Into the motion.
So they're gonna want a couple here, especially with Maynard leading off.
Takes the stretch, throws it. Swung on, popped it up. Incoming. He jumps, takes the
You know,
dive, and
Marcellus
misses.
didn't want to catch that one for whatever reason. Oh, they're They're starting to get a little lackadaisical out in the field with a 3-run lead.
The
They're,
throw.
okay, and there we go. There's another frozen pitcher situation. But they're starting to rest on their laurels, and I don't think you should do that against
Veronica Lee.
any team in a 5-game series in the 5th game. They can't take them lightly.
The right. Runner on first.
Lambert with a perfect pitch there. Pixel perfect slow ball. Couldn't be any better than that.
From the windup and the throw.
Throws it
Swing.
slow ball to the middle. You're trying to get a
Pitcher makes the catch. Dusts
grounder to go to the pitcher in that situation. I don't agree with that pitch selection.
Lindsey Felgen.
Lance Lambert is not great on defense. You have to expect ground balls that go to him are not ideal. So I would want that one to be on the other side of the plate
Ball one.
for your third baseman. I guess I don't know if his third baseman's too good either. So maybe get those slow balls up a little bit. I don't know.
The stretch. Throws it. Swing. Makes the break.
Lindsey with the whiff. He was doing the hit and run there. Both players had to run back. They're going to lose a little bit of stamina for that. I don't think I've seen much hit and run from Psanchez this game.
That was a ball.
Sometimes you just kind of want to focus on hitting.
Out.
And you don't want that extra little bit of speed on the bases. But
Another strike.
in situations like this, I don't blame KC for going for these hit and runs. Belgate with another swing and a miss, which causes a trip there from Maynard. And Maynard's probably not going to be as fast as he should be because of all these turnarounds and trips. And now Lindsey is caught looking. Strike 3. They're running out of opportunities here with only 4 outs left in the game for the Astros. That one looks like it snuck up a little bit. That was a good pitch to hit. Vladimir, though, is so good in right field. Gets the out.
Two left on. The Astros are winning, up by 3.
They're going to look to extend the lead here. Try and get this one over with before, or to get this one over before the 7th inning. Unfortunate interaction there between first base and the pitcher. Not sure what's happening there. Really thinking about the pitch and then decides to throw a fastball in the bottom corner. Like everyone does. Just letting that one go. Maybe increasing the pitch count on Lindsey. Get the stamina down a bit. That's high. Yeah, he swung at it. Unfortunately, he baited him there. You throw 7 low, slow, or fastballs, then you give him 1 high, and you're gonna be tempted enough to chase that. Zena's up. She can hit the ball real well, so we'll see how careful Casey is here pitching. It's a very good pitch, very low. A good take though. You don't need to swing at that. And their high fastball, try and bait that swing. That one looked hittable, but probably was a ball. Very close though, so good. Good pitching there. Barely gets it past Ernie, but the right fielder grabs it and throws him out at first. Maynard McElroy is there in right field. Third base is Middleton. I think I got that wrong earlier. They look very similar. But Maynard gets that catch. A defensive specialist, really. So both teams know the strategy. Put your best guy at right field. Best defense at right field. Cal's going to start it off with a single. Marcellus can't handle it and flubs the throw. Second base is having a hard time, and Lance is now knocked over. Not what you want to see. That's about like 30 or 40 stamina just from trying to get the ball into the infield that you've lost. Joan is up to bat. Very scary to pitch to Joan. Lance, though, knows the game plan. The game is on the line here. No outs. They need runs. 2 true count. Joan May needs to do something here. The top of the lineup can hit, but the bottom is going to struggle here. Joan May gets a hold of one. That one is deep. That one could hit the fence. It's very close. It's very close, and he misses it. And that is the highest hit single I've ever seen. Barely hits the fence. Vlad gets it in. 2 people on base. Meyer Woodruff also has a good bat. So the tying run is at the plate, and Casey is looking to mount a comeback. And Lance is looking to throw the ball. And that is what happens sometimes. Sometimes third baseman does not cover the base correctly, and that is going to be a run scored. They're going to get a free one there. That one's for free. Now they need 2 more. Meyer Woodruff needs to find purchase on this slow ball here to tie the game. Third base was tweaking this whole game. It might be the field. This field might have a janky third base. And that is something that can happen. Lance does all he can to stop Jeff Bagwell from turning a double play, and they only get 1 out. Lance is saboteur there on that play. Unfortunate fielder's choice. 1 out. Ernie is up to bat. Gonna keep that one in the zone for Ernie. Ernie's got kind of no chance here to do much. He does advance a runner, which is better than nothing in Backyard Baseball Online. If you can't get on base, at least advance a runner, because getting around the base paths is very challenging. Going from first to second is a lot of work. Going from second to third and then home, also very challenging. High, middle slow ball. Looking for a pop-up, I suppose. Now he's going to mix it up. Throw them a little bit low. 2 outs, 2 strikes. Very down in the count.
Not bad for a kid.
He's starting to spam the messages to try and get him off his game. It does not quite work. Foul ball there. Psanchez is 1 out away from winning the Super-Duper League Championship, improving his legacy as a backyard baseball competitive player, BBOL, and Backyard Baseball Online League. Was able to make the transition from offline play to online play, and now battling at the highest level of the lowest league. Only needs one more out. KC, newcomer, just started playing in November, apparently.
The 1-2 pitch.
Battling,
Another batter.
and that's the strikeout. Lance Lambert finishes off the game. Only 2 strikeouts on the game, but that was the most important one. And P. Sanchez, congratulations. You are the Super-Duper League champion. The best in the world at backyard baseball in the Super-Duper League. Good game. Bringing the Astros some hardware. KC, second place. For your efforts, you will be placed in the gauntlet, both of you, in a very nice position this offseason. So you're guaranteed to make the Junior League moving up, and you will have an opportunity to make the Humongous League, which is the top league of our Backyard Baseball Online League system. We're taking a look at stats right now. That's important. For batting, most of the work done today was by Lance Lambert. I guess 1 hit, 2 RBIs. I think that was on the couple of errors there, but the Floods really, it really all started, I guess, with Marcellus Marks and Vlad on that inning, both getting pretty deep hits. I can't wait to never play this team again. You probably won't play a team like that again. They weren't just, these teams were a little bit stacked next season. We're not going to have as small of a division here. Chico went 0 for 3. That's pretty sad. Only 7 hits from the Astros. So great defense there. No home runs from either team. 3 errors there. We're going to see the other side. Hornets got a few more hits. They really had a lot of hits early in the game, but couldn't capitalize. But we don't see the stats. That's okay. We'll just make it up. Say we got some hits from Cal. Got a bunch of singles. Veronica Lee. Maynard made it on base once. I think Joan May struggled. Ernie struggled. Can't recall Lisa making it on base much. Maybe once or twice. But that's it for us. Congratulations, P. Sanchez, Backyard Baseball Online League, Super-Duper League champion. I'm your host, Jibbo. Thanks for tuning in, everybody, and check out Backyard Sports Online, or backyardsports.online. Get yourself playing Backyard Baseball Online with your friends, whoever you want. Just download ScumVM, just click that online button, make an account, and you're good to go playing with your friends. And then if you of course want the super experience, you can join the Discord channel and join one of our leagues as well. Really appreciate all of our coaches playing the seasons this year. I think we just had a great turnout. The amount of people who finished their seasons, despite maybe being the bottom of the league, really appreciate that, and we're excited for season 5, the draft. The gauntlet's going on right now with a ton of newbies in the pool play, just battling it out. I see some crazy games going on. So excited for the future. Thanks for joining, everyone. I'll see you for the next game that we stream. Someone also needs to say who won the prediction. Oh, submission's closed. All right, whoever wants to get to that can get to that. You'll get your coins. So long, everyone. Have a good day.